anything. That's my boy! Wimp.
I don't know why, but something is wrong.
Rule Britannia!
The TV is crazy and the truth has gone. I might be crazy, but I think we're done. There are people out there who are adverse to fun.
Communism is king.
It's on your news. Even your neighbor has been here. You can see it on YouTube. It's time to shine a light on all the things they don't want you. Tom Generation Next. Oh, it's what's coming next. Tom Generation Next.
Commander Watt, don't be a cunt.
I'm having such a good time.
Kill everyone on the bridge.
Having a ball.
Fuck you, Mr. Rascal.
My name is Owen Jones, a renowned drama queen, pseudo-intellectual and champagne socialist.
What can I do? People no longer love the truth.
Shut the fuck up!
We'll try and put this link over to you guys. So share. Take that back over to the old channel. You come on there. Which is there. One sec. And then paste it underneath. Come on, paste. Paste. And then actually that's the only thing I can think to do with it. And then let's go back to the channel where we were. Let's see if you guys have come on.
Should be, I think I've changed it.
Right, and then go to channel details. Let's see if it's worked. Doesn't look like it. I can't see any of you guys at all. This is not good. So why have you guys not managed to come across and see? I wonder if there's anything I can do. There is actually. Maybe it's one thing. Because it's not working out, is it? So there we go. So I see you, Captain. You've made it over. It's lying to me about it. It's saying, okay, so you seem to be the only person that's made it over so far, which is a bit worrying. Okay, so let me just try. While we're doing this, I'm going to do a dual stream for 1 second, and I'm just going to see, because I know a lot of the people and the names of the people in the other stream they would have come across if they could. So some of them have been around for quite some time. So I'm going to see if I can just see what's going on here, because I just got another little shock when I come on here. It wouldn't let me go live on my mobile. Sorry, where's the camera? Sorry, it wouldn't let me go live on my mobile because it's a new channel. So I forgot how difficult they make it for new channels. It's been a long time since I've had one. So let's see. It still looks like they're not here. So I'm going to try and send them a message through the other one. Thanks for coming over, by the way, mate. And definitely in the future, by the way, some help with the OBS. all I'm trying to do at the moment is just get this working ready for tomorrow. As I said, we're being paid today. Payday today. I'm going to go away and work out some stuff in a minute. I was just hoping we'll be able to get people over, and you're the only guy that's come over. Thank you for doing so. But why? So let's go out live on the other channel and ask them. Let's see if there's a reason. See if there's a reason. See if there's something going on I don't know about. Right, boom. I didn't share it from the other channel, admittedly, but let's see. See if the numbers come on to the mobile phone one, and we'll soon find out. Hang on, who we got coming on now? Is it just taking a little while? I'm here, Tom. So we've got the two PC guys. I love it. We've got the two PC guys coming on. So that's interesting. Can I ask you guys what brought you here today? And the reason I'm asking is because you two guys are the guys I don't know so well. And yet I used to have a tech channel. And I wondered if it was anything related or if it was just chance that you guys are here. 3 people watching. I've only got... Oh, okay. It's lying to me again. So who's watching on this channel? So I'm in my hand, I'm watching a mobile phone. Over there, you're watching the other channel. I'm trying to work out why everybody hasn't followed over from the other channel. I want to see if something is stopping people. But as I'm saying it, somebody else has popped over from the other channel. So it is kind of working. But normally, City Flyer, no sound. What is going on? No sound. This is on my mobile he's talking about. You guys can hear me over there because I'm talking to you. So he's talking about on the mobile. Why would there be no sound on the mobile? That's nuts. You sure it's not your end, mate? Because everything's working out tip top. Anybody else on this channel that can hear me? If you can hear me, can you please go over to @00news, because that's actually where I'm trying to do a live now. I'm just trying to make sure people are directing over there properly. It looks like we've got people coming on here now. Yeah, you guys can hear me. So you guys can hear me just fine. Okay. So, okay, there's definitely no sound on. There's definitely no sound on my other channel. Okay, 1 second. There's definitely no sound on the channel that you guys were just watching me on. There's no, sorry, the channel that you guys were just watching me on, that you've come from. I'm just trying to broadcast to them to let them know where I am, and they're not hearing any sound. Same phone, same setup, nothing's changed. I swear to God, YouTube would try and set me up sometimes. It's just YouTube all over. This is all you ever do with fighting. There's no reason for not to be sound. There's no software using it. There's no there's nothing. There's just nothing. There's nothing using it. Nothing using the mic. So it's not tied up anywhere. It's just being I'm not going to say the words, but it's just being stupid. So let's try one more time, because I ended up getting a few people on that live. So want people over on this one. I really appreciate your but a friend promoted. Sorry, let's have a look. So I'm here due to you asking on the other channel, and it's lunchtime. Yeah, sorry, I meant the other channel to Brian PC. Oh, you did go on, but a friend promoted your channel to me. Oh, okay. One Vindicator, was it? But yeah, I appreciate it. Okay. It's just curious to know, because obviously with me having the tech background, it's always interesting to know where people come from. But no, I appreciate you letting me know. Okay, so like I say, when I say a tech background, these days I moved into video editing. So one thing I found was even 2 years out of being on the cutting edge meant that you would lose so much. and it would be so hard to catch up with. And then I realized it was pick your industry. So because now you can't be super specialized in everything. It's just not doable. So yeah, you've had to let certain things go, you know. It's just an age thing, I guess. There's just things that you can't be good at everything anymore. Those days are gone. Anyway, so, and I'm getting too old anyway. No, there's a man from Brighton that helped me in the past who is a great video editor. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. He's a great video editor. That's interesting. That's cool. That's cool. Well, you always, you know, there's some things I can do that can help people, and some things, the video editing side of things, mixed bag. I mean, there's some things I do better than anybody, and there's some things that I'm still learning from other people. So, you know, but with me, it's more years and years of accumulated knowledge now, as opposed to having, say, one thing I've lost is that knife edge knowledge of knowing the cutting edge, but there's more accumulated knowledge now. So it's not as maybe hard hitting. So I might not know but there's a general logic over the years that becomes prevalent with things, general truths, universal truths that come out. So let's just try this one more time. Until something comes along and smashes that, by the way. Let's try this one more time. And then I've had enough of YouTube to last me a lifetime. I really have. That should have been easy. Hi, guys. Oh, yeah, you're there. Come over to the other channel. We can't hear you, no sound. Do you know what I mean? This should have been over by now. Well, I'm here due to you asking. I used to mod a lot of live channels on YouTube during lockdown. So I got to know a lot of you UK YouTubers. Right. It was a good, you know, it was a good time actually for being a podcaster. It was a busy time, wasn't it? So I used to know a lot of, let's say, American people through gaming. It was gaming that got me sort of international with knowing people. And then I sort of, when I started doing the podcasts, it became a lot more UK based, and I wasn't actually used to it because I'd done a lot of my stuff with the Americans. Gaming was done American times. I was on American gaming servers. Everything for me was about gaming with the Americans and matching their time. So when I started doing the podcast, it became English times. Sorry, I'm just looking on that live, and yeah, English times, and so it was a hard transition. But now with the Getter audience growing, the amount of people, so the percentage of people watching has changed to like 68% British, and then the rest is global. So that helped. But obviously we're starting a new channel, so no one's coming on the normal channel now. That might be good, but let me just check to make sure it is actually live, because sometimes it won't show you live. That's the other thing I've seen it do in the past. But we had people come on the other one. I don't know what happened to Dave, unless Dave just was busy. It might have been that he had to go. If he had to go, then fair enough. I should have actually asked, shouldn't I, for a head count of people who were going to come over. Who's on this channel now? Can anyone tell me who's on this channel? On that I'm pointing at you right at now. Yeah, who's on this channel right now? This one I'm pointing at. Because I'm only come on here out of desperation to try and figure out what's going on. So if you can hear me, and the sound's working. Oh no, it's just gone to 0. How weird is that? Unless they have come over. Anybody else come over? Anybody new come over to the chat, guys? Well, I need to test this for tomorrow. So this is not wasted time, but it is slightly frustrating. Send me a StreamYard link and I'll test it before you go tomorrow if you like. It's not StreamYard I'm using. It's what am I using at the moment? Talk Studio. But I'm gonna have a look today and shop around, Captain, in in regards to whether I stay with these people or not. Because although it's all right, it's been a bit, what's the word? Fallible at times. And it might just, I think it is just like, it's what do you call it? It's quirks. Like, for instance, I don't think it likes MP4 files encoded with H.264, but it doesn't tell you that. So you upload it, tells you it's fine. Then you go to put that on for a live stream, it comes out black. And I think if you just encode it with all MP4, it comes out fine. It doesn't tell you this stuff. So I'm going to have a little bit of a look around today, but I appreciate that. The only thing I'm going to say to you, because you may not want to put your brilliant, there's nobody on my main channel. If this is my main channel, how do I know? Let me just, no, it's got to be, because I can't be live twice. So I did do that right, didn't I? Yeah. So there's nobody on my main channel, which is brilliant. That's the first. Normally there's always someone on there when I'm live. Yeah. Yeah, this is what we needed. This is what we needed, guys. Right, this is more like it. This is more like it, right? To the 2 people that are on this channel, this is purely a test stream to get you over to the channel that I'm actually on, which is at 00 News. I'm live on the proper check camera there at 0. You can see the proper camera right there. You can see that this is my actual live stream. I'm at 00 News. That's my main channel now. This stream is purely to redirect you over there, as it seems to be slightly difficult to get some people over. So to let you know, we are all waiting for you, our arms extended. Some people have even taken their pants half down, but they're all here, willing to greet you. If you can hear me, that is, give me a thumbs up. You can at least hear me, and go over to at 00 News. It's a YouTube channel. It's just another YouTube channel, but we've got 5 people on it now. I need you over that, on that new channel, guys. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. going to be going live on that channel. I've gone live on here by mistake today, but I'm going to be going live on that channel. And I'm going to be going live with Vin, and I'm going to be going live with Danny Roscoe as a launch. Assuming I don't have to cancel that launch due to the restrictions on my new YouTube channel, but we're going to be checking out in a little while. But yeah, 7 of you over there, if you could come over to, I don't know if I can you put in, you can put into your own chat, can't you? Or you used to be able to type into your own chat. Maybe you can't anymore. Don't know. Well, oh, hang on a minute. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so it's at 00 News. If you guys could come over to that channel, I'm going to end this stream now. But my guess is if there's 5 to 7 people, then you guys are giving you guys plenty of time to see me. So at 00 News, I'm only doing this as a courtesy. Tomorrow there will be no stream on here. When me, Vin, and Danny Roscoe go live, there'll be nothing. So I'm just trying to bridge that gap now today while I can, because tomorrow there's going to be, this is the dress rehearsal. Tomorrow there's going to be none of that. It's just going to be going live. There's either going to be no people watching or there's going to be some, but either way, the stream's going to go ahead. So just trying to get rid of that now. So now I've got 10 people on there. Unbelievable. Please go over to at 00 News, which is my new channel. Please go to at 00 News, my new channel. Again, to all the new people coming on, 11 a.m. tomorrow, I'll be doing a launch of that channel with Danny Roscoe and with Vin. I appreciate a lot of you will be hearing this for the first time. So go to at 00 News, which is where I'm live right now. And that's where we'll be doing the main channel from now on, but also where we'll be doing the podcast tomorrow. There will be no stream on here tomorrow. So just letting you guys know one last time, at 00 News. The numbers keep going up. So hopefully you guys will see this. I'll put a link underneath the video afterwards at 00 News. This channel is fucked. So please go to this channel here. And this is where we need you. We're at 80 subscribers and we could do with being about 500 or 600 at the moment. So it'd be great to get you guys over. Right, I will catch you soon. I'm going to catch up with the people who are on the channel that they're supposed to be. No, I'm only kidding. Please come over. I'll catch you soon. Right, guys, so you've seen the frustrating life of YouTube. The channel that is nearly 20,000 in strength, that has been nerfed by YouTube. On the only single day I'm trying to get people onto a different channel, is the only single day that a constant stream of people have been coming on there for probably months, because it's hard to get out on there. But the one singular day when I keep going, oh, what, I'm going to sign off now, I'm going to sign off then now, a constant dribble of people enough. So it's going 5, 0, 10, 0, 8, 0. And you go, well, I can't leave this many people on there. The only day it's done it in ages. It's either got 15 to 30 people on there, or, you know, it's never on 0, admittedly. But it actually went to 0. And I was like, brilliant, we've done it. We've cracked it, no matter what. And then it just kept going up to 10. I'm like, for fuck, this doesn't happen. It you know? So there you go. Actually, your chat's frozen. I just realised, is there a reason for that? If it's no. The only day it's done it in. Actually, your chat's frozen. I just chat's frozen. I just chat's frozen. Yeah, I think the chat's frozen, guys. No, it's fine, is it? You're just watching me mess around with the other people. Well, listen, we still only got 3 watching, so I'm not getting them across. I don't know what the issue is. But it doesn't take many brain cells, does it, guys? It's not hard, is it, to go to another channel that's been advertised now for the best part of a month? Just so I understand, yeah, like, you guys came over here not because you're techies, did you? You came over here because it's easy, right? Yeah, it's pretty easy. Because I try and be thoughtful about non-technical people. I know 66% of them on polls don't want to leave YouTube. I get that. And over 66% of them is for technical reasons. They like the remote control. Sorry, they like the remote control. I get it. I totally get why they don't want to leave YouTube. So I've got other platforms, but I totally understand that I need to keep a YouTube one. But changing a YouTube channel shouldn't make anybody feel uncomfortable, because it's the same platform, right? But it's very, very difficult. Like, a lot of people don't realize that a majority of their users don't even know. When you say, oh, I'm going to put a link in the comments, I'm going to put a link in the description. I will also put that same link in the comment section, because when you say I'm going to put that link in the description, a majority of your audience doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about, and it's too embarrassed to ask, and too unwilling to care. So when you say I'm going to put a link in the description, every creator assumes that their audience all knows what they're talking about. They don't. And you can tell that by the comments. Most of them have never seen what's inside the description box. Not all of them. Some of them live by that description box, but some of them have never seen in it, and some of them have never expanded it. Not because they're idiots, it's just the way that they're processing things. So like I say, if I want someone to see a link, I make sure I put it out in the actual comment section so that it can't be missed, and with an explanation. Because and again, this is polling. This is not me saying people aren't. This is just years of polling, and people have said outright. I think it was, I asked if people felt that they were technically useless, technically capable, you're just looking after their own, holding their own, or technically really, really good. And that was well over 2/3 of people said that they were either barely up to the challenge or completely useless. There's very few people put themselves in an advanced computing bracket, which is quite honest. But and then when the questions came back to, moving channels, moving platforms, most people admitted they were too frightened, too paranoid, to all kinds of things to change channels. So, but I thought moving YouTube channels wouldn't be too much of an ask, especially as like the people you saw in channel today. They're all really good, loyal people like Dave you saw and people like that, and that crowd, they're really good loyal people. They're not as far as Dave, in Dave's case, he's not computer literate. He probably was just busy. But yeah, you would have thought that a few people would have come over. If they're tuning in, I mean, how many people came in when you were guys on this live? Probably about 15 to 20 people. So 15, 20 people coming on the other live, what's the difference between coming on this one? It's just a nightmare. But I am right in saying it's as easy as it could be. Yeah. When I do gaming stream and I have people watching me on their fridge doors. On their fridge doors, that's cool. Yeah, so it should be pretty easy, right? It should be pretty easy for anyone. So I think what I'm just going to have to do, like I say, I'm going to see if I'm going to stick with the studio or not today. It's given me an opportunity to, where they've kicked me off of the Essentials plan, it's given me an opportunity to look at the other options and see if I want to keep it or not. I might well keep it, but I need to make sure it's ready either to do the launch tomorrow or cancel the launch. I need to find out what else is restricting my channel in case, because what I don't want to do, pay for this and then find out there's another restriction, because every time I go live at the moment, it says do this, I do it, and then it says, oh no, sorry, there's another problem, and then there's another problem, you know. So yeah, I've noticed that myself. Yeah, you got to keep refreshing, because Google can be like sometimes 2 or 3 minutes late showing that live coming up around that ring, can't it? Sorry, you're there showing that live coming up. So yeah, you're right, it can take a while. I noticed the same with Getter as well. Is it Getter? No, X, sorry. With X, you've got to give it a little while, otherwise it looks like it's not even working with X, and then it's bloody hard to tell if it is, and then suddenly bang, it comes up. So yeah, I've noticed that. What are you paying for? So I was paying for like the pro plan, and then I went to leave and it gave me like an essentials plan, like they used to do on StreamYard, equivalent to the essentials plan. So all it did was it retained a logo, let me multi-stream to 3 locations, pretty much do most of it. Just there was the things that were limited were the resolution to 720, things like that. But the budget I was on at the time, it did fine. So if I go back on it today, it will be just go back on a pro version. But again, they're all priced about the same. When you look at the alternatives, it's only StreamYard that's expensive. So, you know, anything I pay for is music rights. I'll be honest with you, the music side of things, I've done a couple of my own tracks, but I'm not a musician, so that I won't be doing anymore. But I've used AI plus my songwriting skills and put them together. And admittedly, I've had to write 222 AI songs to only get somewhere between 4 and 7 songs that I would consider to be not only usable but good. All the rest of them were shit, absolute shit. But I've got about 40, like I say, 4 to 7 really good usable songs for my podcast that I'm quite proud of. But yeah, it certainly wasn't down to the AI that we managed to get there. The AI was absolutely shit. In fact, the AI in every situation I use it in is shit. I find that what I do is I mop up after it. So, but yeah. And the thing is with the music stuff as well, I got put off of buying it because I kept buying it, and then people would sell the licenses to someone else, and then I would get flagged on YouTube anyway. I was like, all right, I've had enough of this. So I made, like I say, that 4 to 7 tunes is good enough for now. They're all really good. And it's hard to believe they're AI. They're really, really good. But it's just a shame it took over 200 songs, and that's a lot of time I spent to get there, to get 4 to 7 songs, you know. That was a hell of a lot of time and money to get there. But I am proud of those ones that came out, because the ones that I got out in the end were not, it didn't give me what it wanted. I finally got out what I was trying to get out of it, which was something that was in there, out there. But that was because I found out you could start to actually have, some of them allow you to compose and stuff like that. So if you've got that ability, that makes it better, because you then you've got control of the music, you know. So let's have a look what we got. Do you know what? I've been meaning to buy a fucking capture card for a long time, and I keep putting it off, and I don't know why. I don't know why. And I thought about them running both PCs, because it would, wouldn't it? It would enable you to literally, rather than going through all around the houses, just output straight from one to another, and allow all kinds of options, and also allow you to output from certain types of, yeah, it would just save so many different screens and stuff. So, and there's other reasons I've got to use it as well, like my other less legitimate reasons. So yeah, why haven't I bought one by now? What would you say is, at the moment, so if my budget was normal, I'd say to you, I would give you a budget, yeah? At the moment, budget's kind of tight. Bearing that in mind, what would you say is the lowest you want to be spending on a capture card to make it worthwhile? Damn, I can't believe we've only got 4 people managed to come over here. And yet on the other channel, they just kept coming. It's unreal. 100-ish. Right. Okay. Okay. 100-ish. Right. God, I've got so much to get. See, the thing is, I'm basically trying to get 2 4 terabyte, very fast, what do you call them? Sorry, my brain's going. NVMe drives for this, because it came with them. It's a Acer Nitro, but it came with them. And but smaller ones, so I've upgraded them with the memory as that as well. But I've realized that the 2 4 terabyte ones will work perfectly with this, and it just means as well that I can do the video editing, and the file, the movement of file speed is unbelievable. And I just think it will turn it into the perfect editor and gaming machine, because in 1080p it really does shift. Then there's the main PC, which, yeah, that will need an overhaul. Either I'm going to build a new PC, or I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, NVMe and 2 drives, exactly. So I'm looking at, like I say, the ones I've got are pretty good. I think it's about a terabyte and a half. But I just tend to fill things so quickly with video editing and with gaming as well. The 2 most memory intensive things you can have, video editing and gaming, and I do both. And I've tried to split it between 2 PCs, but you can imagine, once one starts to show performance over the other one, I want to use that one to do it on, and things always get separated. I've got it pretty compartmentalized, but yeah, you know, I go with the performances, like any tech head, eh? Yeah, do you know what Elgato is Elgato was the brand. When I got going back a few years ago, it was the brand to have in terms of home setups. And someone had said to me that some of the cameras I was looking at had stopped functioning so well. Whether they'd taken functionality away, I don't know. And they started to sort of say Elgato cams aren't what they used to be. And the new, I don't know if they were saying the older cams aren't any good anymore, or if they were saying the newer ones also aren't so great. I don't know. I've not used them. But for me, the Elgato cams was that's the aim. So this one's a Logitech Stream Cam, but the next jump up was going to be the Elgato cam. So they tried to put me off a little bit, but I still think it's the camera that I want, you know. Dave, you did come over. Yeah, I feel better now. Yes, you had to. So where are we? I use Elgato capture cards, but there are cheaper versions about. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, Elgato really is to me, it was the benchmark. Because do you remember the old days? It was Yeti was your benchmark for home microphones. Not the same as, by the way, what people never understood. I used to see these people go on YouTube and they used to go, here I am on my setup. I've got a Yeti mic. I've got the best mic available. It's like, it's not the best mic available. It's the top tier of the bottom of the mics. So like, if you've been around recording music and songs, you will know that an average mic will be between 45 and 160 quid for just an average one. So the idea that these £100 Yeti mics were the pinnacle of, but don't get me wrong, for home podcasting, they were, because they had all the condenser stuff and everything else, so that it wouldn't when you were speaking, and it was a very, very good mic. And actually, one I wouldn't mind getting again. I used to use the Blue Snowball one as well, which is quite a good mic. But the point of it was, podcasters are so ignorant, and they're in a podcasting bubble, that they don't realise that mics go for £3,000. You know, mics can go for 300 quid, £3,000. And that certainly the Yeti mic wasn't the top of the tree. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So. Yeah, I got microphones that cost £1,000. Exactly, mate. You know, so when you got £100 Yeti mic, yes, it's brilliant for what you're getting. And if you've only ever used a £7 Lavalier microphone, then yeah, it's going to be a big step up. But compared to yours, your £1,000 microphone, you know the differences already. I don't need to tell you. You know what those sound differences are going to be, and they're going to be. People won't realise how huge they are unless you showed your microphone next to that mic, and then they would go, oh, wouldn't they? You know they would, because you've heard it already. But the sound difference is amazing. Not just the end quality, but the amount of sound it's picking up in between, you don't even realize until you hear them side by side. Many use the cheap £10 condenser mic with the cheap setup. Yeah, and it shows, doesn't it, mate? And it does show. Don't get me wrong, I'm using cheap stuff at the moment because I used to have more expensive stuff. My podcast, as I said, got demonetized, and now, as I said, I've had to move here because I've got 18,000 on there, but I can't get out to them. So, but what I got is a StreamCam mic, webcam, which is good enough for now. I mean, I need more. Obviously, the lighting and that. This was a makeshift stream, so the lighting and that's not there. But it's still a good enough one for now. But really, the plan is Elgato camera, or Razer Kaio's got a good camera actually, but probably Elgato, and something like a Yeti Snowball kind of mic, because they're functional. They do what I need them to do at the price I need them to do it. And then the only way I would upgrade again from there is if I started getting a massive audience come back in, because then it's worth paying out for the super high quality stuff. And the only other thing that I would like that other creators don't seem to use, and yet I've always seemed to find a real need for, is a sound mixer. I really, really feel like I need a sound mixer. I am not. Yeah, I feel like a sound mixer would do me a lot of good. I could run a lot of things a lot easier. Bear in mind, I'm running the whole studio myself. So, and like you said, the capture card as well. They do cheap broadcast bundles. I'm always worried about the quality of the mics, though. Do you know what I mean? But you're right, they do. I used to do some stage work. There was a different mic for each situation. That's right. Different mics make each application. That's why I get really angry when you see these so-called professional podcasters, and me and Vin were making fun of it the other day. They wear the microphone the wrong way around. So they've gone out and bought this wireless microphone that I know is at least 160 quid. And then they're wearing the fucking thing the wrong way around. What is the problem with that? Well, if it's a unidirectional microphone, which a lot of them tend to be because they're interview microphones, then it's pointing the wrong way. It's pointing the wrong fucking direction for the sound waves. The whole idea of them is, don't get me wrong, a lot of microphones that you wear will hear you because they're designed to be omnidirectional, and they'll normally hear you. So when you see me with my Lavalier microphone on, although it's pointing directly at me, generally speaking, it's omnidirectional. It's picking up sound from all around, which is great. And if I put it under my coat, it's even better because it blocks out the wind. But it also is a way of getting people back chatting in the background and stuff like that. So the unidirectional mics, with the ones you hold, generally speaking, a lot of those are like that. And so you hold them up to someone's face, and you get a perfect sound from them until you move it away and you get nothing. And you see people with mics like that, and they're interviewing someone, and they're kind of letting the mic hang out the side of their hand, and then and the person's voice is going. It's like, understand the equipment you're using, or don't fucking use it. I've got no time for it, got no tolerance for it. If you got to the point where you're actually out there broadcasting to people and taking people's time up, then it's not a time for me to show charity to you. If it's that you're doing your own little video and you're trying to learn, that's one thing. But if you are claiming to be a videographer, which most of these people do, claiming to be a full-time podcaster, which most of these people do, and they're out in the field making those kinds of mistakes, they ain't getting an easy ride from me. So let's have a look. I've got a 4K cam, but would suggest using Insta360 better quality. Oh, right. Okay. I wouldn't have known that. I would have gone, okay. See, I'm not worried about doing 4K out recordings, especially with my as stated, quite low upload rate. I would really need a few hundred meg, I think, to get a good upload rate from for 4K. But 1080p, I think I could do it. The mixer uses a Rodecaster Pro with the Rode pod mic, but very expensive for what it is. It is very expensive for what it is. But then again, isn't most of that equipment, to be honest, it's desired by specific people like me and you and other people who are going to use it for a specific task. It's not mainstream stuff. It's not bought by a lot of people. So they know that, one, not many people are going to buy it, but two, people who want it are going to really want it. So they just charge whatever the hell they want. Some of the mixers that I bought in the past were crap, and I took them apart and found out they were made with the shittiest components. But there was nothing else, so people would just pay it, you know. If you watch a teardown video on mics, that helps a lot. Bloody amateurs. At least they advertise their level by how they use their kit. That's true. That's true. That's true. Do you know what? It's funny. We see them with the mics on sideways and that, and it is embarrassing. I'll tell you the most embarrassing thing I ever see. And I'll say this today because the channel's small still, and therefore, no, it's not going to hurt anyone's feelings. But when my channel gets bigger again, people start getting butthurt. I won't be able to say this. Hearts of Oak, right? You've heard of the Hearts of Oak channel. The only reason they're big is because Tommy went on their channel and gave them that boost, right? Since then, they managed to underperform. Nevertheless, when you talk about Clueless, fancy coming up with the idea of doing a podcast before you even know how a podcast works, before you even know the type of equipment you would use, before you even have pressed record on your phone before. Why do I say it like that? Because that's the only scenario I can imagine that would lead to the following mistake. I'm sorry, this is crazy. So they get Tommy Robinson on their first podcast. It's the first one, but it's also a big one. It's a launch podcast. They've already done an event, so they got him on this podcast. And I know this by their own admission, by the way, in terms of what equipment was used. So underneath the table, they had a PA set up. I shit you not, they had a PA set up and a speaker. And they felt that the way to do that podcast was to have that PA set up under the table with the volume cranked up. I am not lying to you. This is a professional setup. Hearts of Oak. The mighty Hearts of Oak. And they had a fucking PA under the table, which at first, I think for the first 5 minutes was unusable because of obvious feedback issues, and then just an amplified voice from under the table, which sounded absolutely awful all the way through it. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. But if it's not just that they didn't know what to do, it's they went one step further and they did everything wrong. They literally went that one step further and didn't just not use this type of mic or that type of mic. Oh no, they went one step further. They actually set up something that was completely useless in its setting. You got to hand it to them. You got to hand it to them. They didn't just fuck it up. They fucked it up good. Just get a cheap mixer and use a grand loop isolator and it will work. Fantastic for YouTube. Okay. Okay. Because there are cheap mixers about. Okay. Because I could probably again, it's one at the moment. I'm going to be buying one thing at a time. So if I appear not to do it, don't think I'm ignoring you. It's literally, like I say today, trying to prioritize software, hardware, what comes first. But all these things are going on the list. So you're giving me a lot of really good ideas. So I do appreciate it. Well, yes, mixers are a wholly different thing now with studio mixers. The thing is to get a optical sliders on it as they last for longer. The thing for me was just to have the different sound inputs, a bit like the capture idea, but the different sound inputs, having more control over the music and more control over some of the sound bites and sound things that I had coming in. And also even because a lot of people like to phone in, there's so many multiple sound sources that I might have coming into a show that it just seemed to make sense, you know, so I can isolate them, even label them on the mixer and just have something set permanent, you know. I have real tears now. Honestly, man, I am not kidding you. I am not kidding you. That is true story. Might as well use Alexa. As a second-hand bargain, if you keep your eye out, you're on a budget. Yeah, a second-hand. Yeah, that budget thing, it goes up and down. Like I say, I used to make money from YouTube. That stopped. But what I do now is obviously it's middle of winter, fuel crisis, all the rest of it. So not doing so well at the moment. But as money gets better, I buy stuff. And at the moment, I'm very podcast orientated. So I'm trying to get all the stuff I need for this, which isn't that much more. And obviously, when the warmer months come, that helps as well. And there's a lot of warm weather forecasts, which means the heating won't need to be on so much. Honestly, it depends on things like that. But if I can get that stuff sorted by, say, March, then it means there's no more equipment to get, which means I'm then on the road to going where any money I've got now is for travel. So then I've cracked it. Because then I've got all the equipment for going live at home and away. And then all I need is a train fare. So every time I get some money here, there, I'm away. So there is a plan for 2026. 2025 was getting ready for 2026. We're almost there. Other than the studio going wrong today and it's taken ages to get people over, we're sort of there. So remember, this channel at 11 a.m. tomorrow will be the official launch of Zero News on here. Vindicator Strikes Back and Danny Roscoe. I say the start time would be about 11. When exactly they come on will be sometime during that cast. But please keep an eye on the other channel and make sure, if you can, that people know that we're over here. Direct them over here if possible. And also I have to remember as well, make sure I mod you up and that, guys. I'm gonna mod you up now, mate. Okay, it's not going to let me do it. Why? Oh yeah, yes it is. Because it wouldn't let me, for some reason, it wouldn't let me turn the moderators back into the moderators like yesterday. I don't know what was going on. So that seemed to have worked this time. So yeah, so we're looking now to get this channel up to 1,000 and then back up to the 20,000 and then ultimately the 38,000, which was always the target right from the very, very beginning. So it's a long way to go. But we'll try and get there. So guys, come over tomorrow, 11 a.m. ish, this channel, and we'll start 00 News. Where are you from? I'm from UK Southampton, mate. UK Southampton. I'm out in the New Forest. So yeah, I'm where are you from, mate? Yeah, so in New Forest in Southampton, and we've done everything from working with Tommy doing Rape of Britain to I've done my own documentary in Southampton doing it's called Welcome to Southampton, and covering protests and doing some videos from home. And so we're trying to mix them all together and working with some of the better people I believe in the movement. I'm from Nottinghamshire. Okay. Oh, you're too far. I wonder what you were saying then. Too false. I was thinking, what have I done? What have I done? Too far. I see what you're saying. Do you know what? That's really nice. Though you'd even say that. It's really nice. You would even think that. That's a lovely thought. Thank you. That's really kind of you. You know. I will still be visiting at 11. Brilliant, brilliant. So we're set up for tomorrow. Listen, Captain. Thank you so much for that. Like, just the thought. I mean it, right? It's been so difficult to get support for this channel, even though we've been so big in the past. You know, at one point we had 186,000 people every 48 hours coming through. And it's been so difficult. So the very fact you'd even have that thought has been lovely. Just to know that you would do that. So thank you so much for that. Because unfortunately, and I'm sure some of you know what this is like, we've had good times in the past. And when we've had good times, we've put the money back in the podcast and we've improved our equipment. But it's been now, I keep saying 2 years, 3 years since we've had any money come in at all. So the equipment's getting old, it's breaking, it's, you know, I'm still paying off this laptop because I got this laptop for the podcast, which I couldn't really put, you know, so it is, everything's a struggle now. But I'm hoping in the future that we get remonetized again, and rather than getting super chats out of people or anything else, that we get ad revenue from YouTube, and then we do uncensored versions videos on other platforms where people can watch the intended version. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Well, I do get around the country, Captain. So if I'm up your way again, perhaps I'll give you a shout and maybe there'll be something we could do. I'll tell you what I'll do, Brian PC. I'll let you know because I know exactly. I've got everything written down. I could tell you roughly off the top of my head. I need a graphics card for my main PC, but at the moment I'm not treating that like an urgency for multiple reasons. Sorry, bear with me. The two NVMe cards. I've got to complete the upgrade to my memory because I only half upgraded it. So I need to get another 16 gig stick for my laptop. That completes the laptop. I need to get another gig stick, which I think will actually be released by buying the ones for the laptop. It will release a drive in here that I can use for the M2 slot on that one, which will then give me a gigabyte M2 in that PC, which has also got all the drives it needs. So graphics card, laptop memory upgrade, the PC memory upgrade is there, but it's not urgent. The NVMe drives, as we said, the sound mixer. And again, I don't know how much importance to put to that. The software is a massive thing because the software is costing me on a monthly basis. But and then hardware-wise, you were talking about hardware, weren't we? Hardware, microphone, a decent microphone, a webcam I can use for the future, and a wireless set of mics. Like I had some wireless Rode mics, but they are now ancient. But wireless mics I can use for going out and filming. I think that's everything. I think that's everything. Technical wise, like physical object wise, I think that's everything. It's mics appropriate for out on the road when I'm out doing the protests, and the ones that are in here, and the webcams are in here. And the only other thing I was thinking about getting is Starlink, the mobile Starlink, but that's a whole other, because you can get it for a certain price, a certain way, which I don't want to talk about on here, but it's a whole other thing you've got to think about, because it gives you a lot of benefits, especially where I live, because nobody else has got it. But the disadvantage is, even with the mobile version, it is vulnerable to lefty attack. So it's something I need to really balance. Anyway, I'm going to read your comments and I'm going to get out of here. Really good, lovely people on here, and I really do appreciate you guys coming over. I love, a lot of people don't like me talking technical stuff, so I normally have to shut up about it. It splits my audience a bit. A lot of people don't like me talking about AI or technical stuff, so it's really cool having some techie people on, and even better to have some techie people that I'm not advising. You don't know how refreshing it is to actually be having people that I can learn something from. And I don't mean that as disrespect to anybody. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. You guys must understand this. It's exhausting always giving advice. So it's really decent. It's really cool. I don't generally pay for software. The only time I pay for software is when it has to be online, and even then we're talking about like the studios, for instance. Obviously OBS is different because it's on your computer, but if I'm using the studios, obviously they're online, there's no way around it. But even like Warcraft, yeah, I divert the servers. Let's just say that. So I'm with you, man. I'm with you. There's no video editor that is worth paying the prices they charge, is there? So we're on the same page. Let's just say that we're on the same page. This is what I love about techies. We're always on the same page when it comes down to this kind of stuff. So good to know. I'm with the type of people who I have been with for years. When I was, remember you? Any of you guys remember Kick-Ass Torrents? Yeah, I was behind the scenes there. So really, I wonder if any. I know you don't want to say on here, but I wonder if any of you guys were into any of what I was. I bet some of you were. I bet some of you were. I was with a group. I don't want to say the name actually, but yeah. But we had some good times anyway. Right, I'm going to call it a day there. If anyone else could look around and help also, that would be great, folks. Yeah, I really, you know what, you guys really appreciate and stepping up and saying all this. It's really, really lovely. Like, I've been running a channel where I've been sort of fighting against not having money and stuff. And, there's only been a couple of people that have stood up for me. And all we've ever tried to do is go out, report on things, show people the truth. And then the technical side of me is just my own love of technical stuff, because I came from that technical background. And then I do a bit about the weather and everything else. I got so many interests, which is why I can never really be an expert at one anymore. But and video editing being part of it. So, but having other capable people around is great. But also having people actually backing me. Like Dave backs me as well. Steve's brilliant on this channel. You guys have got yet to meet Steve yet. He's a great guy. Hopefully you'll see people from the other channel start to come over. And there is some really lovely people. There was a guy, he's got the yellow logo. I forgot what his name is, Dave. He's a newer guy, but he keeps making jokes and catching me out with his jokes. He's quite a funny guy. But I'm hoping we can get him over here as well, because he's a great bloke and he's a newer guy, but he's really, really funny. So getting you guys together would be awesome, because you've all got really good personalities and I think you all get on great. So mix that with our old crowd, our old sort of group. Then, they're not like hard to get on with. They're actually mixing, like Dave, they're actually mixing with new people. And the result has been magic. It's been like the old days. There's been so much chatter come out of the chat again that we've been going backwards and forwards and been able to do live streams that have been no effort because there's been so much coming backwards and forwards. So it's been brilliant. Right. Banter is brilliant. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it keeps channels going and it keeps the content going. It's just great all around, and it's good for morale. Right. So I will see you guys, whoever can make it. I will see you here at 11 a.m. tomorrow. I may put a warning video up on the other channel, but there will be no other video for them. I'll make that clear on the video I put up there for them. It's shit or bust. We either end up with 2 people or we end up with more. Either way, we're going to do that broadcast anyway. And then if we have to, we just go, come and have a look what you could have won at the end of it. So either way, but one way or another, it should entice people to come over. But I don't think it's people being deliberately awkward. Like I say, between 7 and 10% of my notifications are getting out. YouTube is suppressing the rest. People probably don't even know. So I'm not going to blame the people. Do you know what I mean? So everybody who asked to come over today has sooner or later come over. So that says it all, doesn't it? That says it all. So yeah, you've got to play devil's advocate. That's true. That is true. That is true. So, right. Thank you so much, guys. You've been really, really helpful. Oh, have I missed something there? Oh, no, I haven't. Sorry. The chat comes up slightly slower on that one. It does on that one. It's a slight bit of latency. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I really appreciate you sticking with me, especially when that was getting a bit awkward when I was trying to sort out the chats. But it at least lets people know they can see a physical changeover. Although it's not pretty, although it's not good to look at in a way, it lets them see that physical process. So in here, they know like that other channel is gone. So it will actually probably do some like symbolic good, if that makes any sense. But again, thank you. Appreciate you coming on, Dave. Your support as always. I think Steve's going to be not there tomorrow. I think Steve's going to be busy. But Steve, if you do see this on replay, you know, give you a shout out, mate. You've been brilliant for the channel. And we'll see you tomorrow with Vindicator and with Danny Roscoe. I will sort this out tonight. If there's any change to plan, if anything does go wrong and I can't go live on the other channel, if I find out anything like that, I will let you know. And all that will do is delay it. But I can't see any reason why that would be the case. But I will be checking to make sure. So if you see a live stream pop up on here tonight, it's just a test stream. And I'll be deleting it straight away. So just ignore it. All right. Take care. Actually, no, I just realized we're live now. Duh. We're live now, aren't we? So, no, we're good. We're good. All right. I'll catch you soon, guys. Take care. Tom Fury, this is Zero News. And I can't find my clip. No, I'm going joking. I'm calling it a day for now. Oh, I can't play my intro because I can't play my intro or outro because I haven't paid for it. Bye. Bye.
Think that you're better? Better get ready to bow to the masters. Break it down. Generate into smoking food. Just outside the door. That's a great boy. Yeah, that's a place to the man. Break it down. I'm Generation X. I'm Generation. You think you can tell me what to do? You know who you're talking to. Well, you better get used to wasteful bounces. You must be out there in pigeon ounces. That's a great boy. Yeah, that's a great boy, man. Break it down. I'm Generation X. I'm Generation. You think you're a big man? Treat you like your little man. Yeah. Break it down. Yo, tell me what it's like to be out tell you what to do. You know who you're talking to? Just stop wanting me to be someone else. Put it